Welcome back to Your Own University TV. I'm Lisha, and today we're going to talk about saying no. And this has definitely been one area of my life that I continue to grow in. And I learned some things in an event that I'm doing with one of my mentors and was reminded of some things this week that I think might help you really stand your ground and be a better no-sayer.
Join us at Your Own University. Like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. You're not going to want to miss a bit of this.
So saying no. I don't know about you, but I was raised in an environment that you didn't say no. Like pretty much whatever I was told to do, I had to do. Whatever I was told to be, I had to be. And this was when I was quite young, when my brain was forming. I wasn't taught how to powerfully say no, how to powerfully set boundaries, how to set boundaries at all. And I definitely wasn't shown how to do that by my parents. So if you are like me and it is just a challenge to stand your ground and say no, and do it with an authority rather than a force and approving and insecurity behind it, you are not alone. So today we're going to talk about some things that I've learned about being a woman. That whether you're a man or a woman listening to this, you need to know. Things about being a woman and ways that are going to help you to stand in a very powerful no, not only for people pleasing and ending the cycle of people pleasing, but also just standing up for yourself and self-respect at work and with your kids and in relationships with other people. So I hope that you really enjoy the sequence that I'm going to take you through. The first thing to know that I was reminded of in this event I'm with my mentor Kristen is that I, as a woman, have an estrogen-soaked brain, which means that my nurturing essence is real. It's real and it's alive and it's natural. And so expecting myself to not know how the people are feeling around me, to expect myself to be hardcore and stern like a man and be able to set those protective boundaries with a testosterone-soaked brain, right, which they are so geared to be protectants, isn't how a woman works. So we have gotten a lot of bashing for being people pleasers. And I know that a lot of my clients, myself included, we really don't want to be codependent anymore, right? We don't want to be a people pleaser. We don't want to be a pushover. We want to stand up for ourselves. And so there's been a lot of meaning making around being people pleasers and being nurturers. And so I want to just share what I've learned this week, and what really hit home as truth for me is that with an estrogen-soaked brain, we are naturally born pleasers. That's what we're there to do, is take care of our loved ones, take care of our kids, take care of the people at our work, take care of our spouses and our lovers and our best friends, to look out for one another. We are those people, right? So how do you do this and drop the guilt about trying to like man it up and be more manly, making ourselves wrong for being people pleasers, yet hold those beautiful, beautiful boundaries for ourselves and garner the respect that we deserve? Because I have been very, very much so the person that wants to know everything, that wants to be understanding. I take my therapist mind and I bring it into pretty much every relationship. And for me, it has backfired a couple ways in that I've been a little too understanding, right? A little too forgiving, and not saying no in a powerful, powerful way. And so I hope that this just shines some light that, you know, if you have been like this in your relationships, if you were raised in a family or you're in a religion that says women should be, you know, really seen and not heard, you haven't been given that voice, where you didn't have the last say. Maybe you're in a relationship where you you can kind of give your opinion maybe, and maybe you'll be listened to, but ultimately, like, it doesn't matter. Like, what the guy says happens. What your husband says happens. What your dad said is what the last straw was. And we're trained this way, but that is not how the world works. And feeling guilty for standing that ground isn't good. There is a mutual respect, right? So there's one thing in the Bible that really stands out to me, and if you don't know where I come from, I wrote my master's thesis on the Yoga Sutras in the Bible, meaning that I have spent a lot of time in the Bible, the written word. And one thing that is really beautiful when talking about relationship is that a husband, a man, is really there to protect us, to love us, to nurture us, to look at us in a way that we are God's precious jewels, literally his jewels, his charms in the world, put on this earth to nurture, to take care of, to be a partner, right? A helpmate to our person. And that alone really shows the world, if read correctly, if read through the words that it is, that the man's duty is to really uphold and listen to our nurturing, listen to our wisdom. And with that listening, we offer that respect. It's the very little about loving our men, and the masculine, but respecting, right? Respecting that and trusting that nurturing, protective, providing testosterone-soaked brain. So this is such a beautiful, beautiful thing for us to look at when it comes to how to powerfully say no and give yourself the right to say no in a powerful way. One thing that I really work with is the power of our breath. And this is actually yogic breathing. It's deep, deep breathing. And then anchoring into your root chakra and your second chakra. And this is right around like the inner thigh area, the hip bowl area, and the uterus or the genitals of men and women. This is something I've taught for many, many years. And so when you do this, the first thing that you do when you say a powerful no is you inhale, and then you exhale and you ground into your body. So you're trying to get all the energy out of your head and out of your heart, even that compassionate, understanding heart. So out of this masculine head, right, that has all the logic and the reason and the wisdom in it, and out of the compassionate heart that has all the understanding and the empathy and all of that in it, and down into the rooting, the grounding, the creative source. This is going to help you to shift things. I've used this a lot in many areas of my life. The next thing when you say no, after you like just take that energy down, breathe into it and root it into your feet. Do a nice deep breath. Learning how to say your powerful no, practice saying no. So one thing that I give all of my private clients, whether they're in the Amazing You program or even my yoga teacher training program, we go over an emotional intelligence practice called the no practice. And I actually learned this from another one of my mentors, and then I put my own spin on it now since it's been so many years. But I just want to, let you know, like, this isn't just from me. Like, I get inspired and I bring you things that shift my life and shift people's lives that have been working for people for a long time. So this no practice actually helps you to get comfortable saying no. And the first area that you do, I do it 4 times. I do it once for my physical body, then I do it once for my mental, emotional body, once for my emotional, vibrational body, and once for my soul, right? And you just allow yourself to scream this. Now, places that I like to do it is one in the tub underneath the water because it muffles the sound and less people are scared in the house. When I teach this and I'm at work with the kids, I tell everybody on our floor, hey, we're doing the no practice now. Like, just know we're gonna be screaming. I love going to the pool and doing this. I love standing outside my back deck and having my private clients like just go for it. It's super, super powerful, and it releases that energy and helps you not to be scared of saying no. I know for me, I'm scared of getting in trouble. I literally have visceral PTSD from getting in trouble anytime that I talked back or had an opinion or wanted to speak up for myself. Even if I was like, don't touch me there, right? I'd get in trouble. So this is so important for us to teach our kids, both boys and girls, how to powerfully say no, and that it is okay to say no, not only in negative situations, but also in situations where you just need to stand up for yourself, or you need to tell your kid no because they're going to make a mistake that they can't go back on, or you need to set boundaries in your house for your own body, for your own mindset, for your own peace of mind. Or you can say no to a spouse or a loved one and really set a relationship and have more community in your home. And this, of course, is very important at work with people that you work with, is to learn how to say a powerful no. So getting rid of any energy that you haven't expressed actually stores in our DNA. And this is epigenetics, this is science, right? So you can look it up. Stores in our DNA, stores in our body. It can create pains in your shoulders, in your joints, in your hips, in your organs. It creates disease. It creates different neurotransmitters in your brain and pathways in your brain that makes you have low self-esteem and anxiety and depression and PTSD, right? So we're going to reprogram all of this and give you a healthy relationship with your emotions so they don't overpower you and you're not ran by past things by doing this no program. It actually resets your endocrine system. So how you do it is you say one no for each of those 4 areas. So the first way that you say no is simply like thinking about any time that your body has been used in ways that you didn't want it to be used, where you have done things or gone places that overstretch your boundaries that you didn't want to do, but you did it anyway because you were pleasing or hoping to please somebody else. Any of those no's, and you just go for it, like the loudest that you can do, the most gumption that you can do, everything that you can pull up from that experience or experiences at the moment, and scream, no! And really go for it. Then you do the same thing anytime that somebody spoke words of negativity over you, told you that you were worthless, told you that this and this and this about you, anytime you didn't stand up for yourself, anytime that you let somebody do something and think something and blah, 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 anytime that there was rumors, any mental stuff that happened with you, no! Any emotional thing, anything that when your heart was broken, when you wanted to say no and you didn't stand up for yourself, or when somebody told you no and you let them walk all over you, no! And then spiritually, anytime that you felt compromised, your soul felt compromised, you felt heartbroken, disconnected, disenchanted from your own truth and your own reality, your own beauty, and you believed stuff about you that wasn't true, scream, no! And let it go. This is going to help you say no, and it will open you up to different insights, like the insight I'm having about me. If I'm still feeling the fear of being in trouble when I set really solid boundaries for my teenagers, and that's doing them a disservice. So stepping into this power is not only going to help you, but it's also going to help future generations live their best life, because when we can hold our boundaries, then we are all better people, right? Hope that you enjoyed this message. Please go ahead and tell me how to know for you. Share with me what you think about this video. I love all your comments, your emails, and your texts. Look at us at yourownuniversity.com to join us for our next master classes and get 365 days of love and habits that are going to help increase your confidence in you and give you more power and understanding about yourself so you can set great boundaries and more. And like and subscribe to our page, of course. You rock.